much. Polarity, your training is complete. You are now ready to fight alongside me. I will lead this squad to victory. I only speak galactic basic. I am aware of the coming season polarity. Is it of any consequence to our current objective? Nyanja wields a lightsaber. Let us hope the weapon's legacy is not tarnished by feline antics. Dalai, a legendary weapon is now yours. Great power comes with such things, so be wise, and make sure you take great care in harnessing its abilities. Mandalorian, what treasures did you find within that chest? Sensitive. Super Mario, you say? Is this some basic plumbing technique or an obscure reference to the Mushroom Kingdom? Your silence is troubling, apprentice. Is your comm device malfunctioning? Polarity, your fascination with princesses is unexpected. I trust this knowledge of royalty will be of some use in securing a victory royale. Sonic the Hedgehog, you say? Polarity? Another princess? Speak plainly. What is this Sonic? This Sonic 3 through 1 polarity, is this some sort of high-speed data transfer protocol? You will have to enlighten me. Bendy and the Ink Machine. Polarity? I sense no force presence. Does it involve more princess? Your silence is troubling, apprentice. Is your comm device malfunctioning? These, hello neighbor, and Vulnerable bases. Do they pose a threat to the Empire, polarity, or are they merely distractions? This Sonic 3, then, polarity, does it also involve princesses? It sounds like an unnecessary distraction. Dali speaks with Windu. That embodiment of Jedi arrogance, that architect of my own betrayal, I find this deeply unsettling. This Pac-Man polarity, is it a warrior or some consuming horror? Screen things polarity, like a window into another world, or a simple distraction. Peach's apprentice, what is it about princesses and fruit with you? Your fascination is disturbing. Sing apprentice, I am Darth Vader, not some troubadour. And yet your fixation on this Peaches merits further study. Demonstrate the power of the dark side. And perhaps I will consider humming a Sith ballad. I would start, Nyanja, by ensuring you are revived. Sing a ballad of Peach's apprentice, the fruit. Very well. Clears throat. Peaches reign in saccharine lands, a sticky doom for rebel hands. Enough. Does that sate your bizarre request? Nyanja eliminated. Singing from that plumber's tale, polarity, that would be beneath me. And yet, this Super Mario, does his quest for Peaches rival even your own? Hiding in a bush, Mandalorian? Have you forgotten your purpose? The battle is far from won. Or has fear dulled your hunter's instincts? I sense a growing disturbance in the force. The storm, it encroaches. We must move west, quickly. There is little time to waste in this meteorological assault. Mandalorian, your success in reviving Nyanja is adequate. Another failure from them, however, will not be tolerated. The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am. Polarity's decisive action is satisfactory. Eliminating adversaries advances our mission towards victory. A commendable step, apprentice. An uncommon weapon for Nyanja? I trust this is an improvement upon your previous performance. 10 eliminations. Our combined might is proving effective. The force is strong with this squad. Strike them down. Indeed, you are powerful, as has been foretold. Polarity, your training is complete. Your skills are adequate. I shall lead this squad to victory. The ease with which these stormtroopers fall before Indiana Jones is disheartening. They lack vision. That weapon remedy versus toxins acquired is sufficient, though its power is but a pale imitation of the Force. Ready Player One, you say? A realm of simulated realities, where escapism reigns supreme. Does this interest you, Polarity? The film Ready Player One, Polarity. It appears your taste in entertainment aligns with chaotic simulations of reality. Is there a particular aspect of this movie that bears relevance to our current campaign? You find yourself aligned with Indiana Jones' Polarity. Is his antiquated methodology truly worthy of your admiration? Indiana Jones displays unexpected precision. A pity such skill is wasted on archaeological pursuits. Nyanja now pilots a TIE fighter, a skilled pilot at the controls of Imperial might. Such vessels can be devastating. Indiana Jones, you mark a location on the map. Where is it you intend us to venture, and why? You would engage in discourse with Indiana Jones' Polarity. His antiquated insights into archaeological matters are of scant tactical relevance to the task at hand. Though, I would be curious to hear of his expertise in dealing with part traps. dangerously naive in her understanding of the Force, is she not? Indiana Jones has fallen. Impatience. He allowed himself to be overcome. A lesson in the dangers of overconfidence. 5 eliminations. Adequate. But complacency is a path to the dark side. Do not choke on your aspirations. An adequate combatant, but this display of force is only the beginning. Channel your anger or frustration. Show no mercy, apprentice. The enemy deserves none. Nyanja wields a lightsaber. A weapon with the history of the Jedi and the Sith in its very core. I trust that it will not corrupt you. Singing about fruit? The Empire has no time for such frivolousness, Polarity. Your silence is troubling, apprentice. Is your comm device Singing about fruit, apprentice? The Empire has no time for such frivolousness. Focus on the mission. Nyanja now wields the weapon of a Jedi or a Sith. Its power resonates, influencing even the most disciplined minds. Let us hope the Force guides his actions appropriately. Nyanja's elimination disappoints me. His potential with the lightsaber was noteworthy. Polarity marks a location. Polarity eliminated. A setback. I had hoped to resolve. Prime City it is then. Is Remedy versus Toxin combat ready? Remedy versus Toxin. Cease this. Enthusiastic display of marksmanship at my expense. Your continued attacks will have consequences. Remedy versus Toxin. Your success in reactivating our fallen ally is acceptable. Another failure from him, however, is not. The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am. Polarity. Your personal energy shield is a valuable piece of equipment now that it has been restored to full capacity. Its loss must not be repeated. B. Nyanja's dedication with those assault rifles is persistent. Demonstrate that level of commitment with a lightsaber, and you might prove useful. Nyanja's acquisition of a rare weapon is tolerable. However, its effectiveness hinges on the skill of the wielder. Feed her. Your silence is troubling, apprentice. Super Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog. I am familiar with the concepts. One collects rings, the other mushrooms. Do they not? Polarity. Coming to Fortnite, you say? Is it the return of that insipid 0-point polarity? Or something of even less consequence? Work. Polarity, I command. Epic Games is but a fleeting distraction in the face of galactic conquest. What is your query? Mickey Mouse. Is that the large rodent you mentioned previously? Polarity? I fail to see how his presence would significantly alter the balance of power here. Polarity. You placed a warning marker. What threat have you detected? The only true threat is the weakness within ourselves, Polarity. But your question implies you seek something more tangible. Specify what has caught your attention. Remedy versus Toxin. You placed a warning marker. Specify the nature of this. Polarity eliminated. A disappointing setback, especially after your adequate performance. This calls for adjustments. Indiana Jones eliminated. His enthusiasm for relics did not translate to battlefield awareness, it seems. Nyanja eliminated. Such a lack of foresight is regrettable. This will merely slow the inevitable. Worthy opponent. Perhaps one day we will fight side by side. Nyanja, your tutelage is complete. I will lead this squad. Your peculiar attire is of no consequence to your aptitude with the Force. Mystica, Polarity, Cryptic, prepare yourselves. Victory will be ours. Explain this tomato YouTuber, Polarity. Is it a tactical asset or a mere distraction? Apprentice, Polarity's fascination with tomato YouTubers is perplexing. Tell me, Nyanja. This Tommy Gamer, is he a... Polarity, your sudden pronouncements are as baffling as Nyanja's attire. Cryptic, this spot offers a defensible position, but do not allow its coolness to distract you from the mission. This Tommy Gamer receives a skin polarity. Does it enhance combat effectiveness, or is it merely a gaudy distraction? Mystica, your map marker. Which location is the target, and what heading do you propose? Cryptic, a legendary weapon, a tool of immense power. This Tommy Gamer receives a skin polarity. Does it enhance combat effectiveness, or is it merely a gaudy distraction? Nyanja eliminated. A setback, but one from which we shall learn. A typical gamer secures a skin polarity. I repeat my previous question. Does it enhance combat effectiveness, or is it merely a gaudy distraction? Polarity placed a map marker. Which location is our target, and what heading do you propose? Cryptic's accuracy is notable. Such precision must be cultivated, not squandered. Eliminating a single opponent is barely noteworthy. Polarity, a more significant challenge awaits. The dark side flows strongly through Cryptic's actions, it seems. Continue to demonstrate such power. Nyanja's demise is a... An abrupt order. Explain yourself, Polarity. Such fervent appeals to divine figures over blaster rifles, Polarity. An intriguing, if ultimately futile, strategy. Explain this outburst. Explain this. Desire to abandon the mission, Polarity. Victory will not be achieved through premature retreats. I care little for ballads, Polarity. Explain what song you refer to and its relevance to our mission. Does it offer tactical advantages, or is it merely a... So, Polarity, you find value in the musical stylings of Princess Peach, a curious choice of morale booster, given her predilection for rescue operations. A long day is merely a unit of time. Polarity. Explain this admission of fatigue. The Empire does not falter due to temporal duration, so you are still learning how to use Princess Peach's songs. Clone troopers fall with predictable ease before the dark side, demonstrated by Cryptic. Princess Peach, you say? This saccharine melody hardly seems the anthem of a conquering force. Polarity, you are aware the storm closes? Sing? Polarity, I find your request baffling. Am I now reduced to a minstrel in this arena? Princess Peach's ballad is hardly a composition worthy of the Force. Nyanja's elimination is vexing. The Force was not with him, apparently. Mystica's fall is disappointing. The cosmic swirl proved insufficient against the forces at play. Cryptic's shot was decisive, a testament to the dark side's precision, perhaps more effective than those in white armor. I sense a disturbance in the Force. The storm closes in, a crude echo of the power I wield. Cryptic, Your success in restoring our fallen ally is adequate. However, be warned. The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am of failure. Further setbacks from polarity are unacceptable. Your silence is troubling, apprentice. Is your comm device malfunctioning? Mystica's repeated eliminations suggest a weakness in her resolve. The Force should have been her shield. Did she forget her training so quickly? A portal, you say? Polarity? Does it threaten our advance, or merely provide a new avenue for escape? A portal of unknown origin, apprentice. A curiosity, no more. Does it radiate dark side energy, or is it a mere gateway to another insipid locale? Nyanja's second elimination suggests a certain lack of focus. This portal seems to distract from the mission at hand. What value does this portal offer us? Your teammates are here, Polarity. Cryptic has restored Mystica. Prepare yourself. Enemies remain. Your concern for location is noted. However, victory is achieved through combat prowess, not cartography. This will not be forgotten.